pictures of our alien spaceship, disabling and re-enabling the spaceship. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to reset the alien for each level. So when the alien is destroyed on a level, we're going to make it stay away until the next level starts, and then we'll have it come back. So that's where our game manager comes in that we kind of started this whole thing out with. So up here in the game manager, he's got a link to the alien. Every time we start a new level, we're going to make the level number. We're going to go ahead and spawn in some new asteroids. And what we're going to want to do is send to the alien a new time. So over here in his script, we need to send to him some information. We're going to update his level start time. We're going to update his time before spawning, so that he'll get a different random spawn in time each time. And I'm going to go ahead and increase this back to 20 seconds here. And so we're going to want to reach into the script and change these. So what we probably want to do is have a function here that we're going to call instead of directly grabbing these variables. So let's make a function here, and let's make this a public void because we want to be able to reach into this and run it from outside. And we'll just say this, call this level, we'll call it new level. Okay, this will be called when there's a new level, and we're going to want to receive some information here. So let's set up some arguments here. So let's have a start time, and we need to make this a float. So let's have a float called start time, and then let's have a float called spawn time, or what do we call it up here? Time before spawning. So yeah, we'll call it maybe spawn delay. Okay, so we'll start with those two. We'll probably send some more information down here in a minute, but for now let's go ahead and send two floats here, and then what we'll do is we'll say level start time will be set equal to start time, and then we'll say the time before spawning is going to equal our spawn delay. Alright, that'll get that all set up, and then what we'll have to do here is we'll have to invoke our enable. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this line, and then after we have that saved, we'll just paste that in, and then we'll go ahead and we'll invoke enable on the time before spawning. So we don't need actually this level start time anymore, so let's just delete that out, and then we can save ourselves a piece of info that we're sending here. So let's just go ahead and remove that as well. We'll just send down spawn delay, and that will get us ready to go. So now on future levels, we'll have a different spawn delay. Okay, now back in our game manager, we have to set that up. So we've already made an established link to the alien. So on start new level, after we spawn in all of our asteroids and stuff, let's set up the alien. Okay, so we need to call that function. So we're going to go to alien. We're going to get component from the alien, his alien script. As a matter of fact, let's make life easy. Instead of getting a game object alien here, we don't really need the actual game object. Let's just get his script. So alien script called alien, and then here we'll say alien because that's the script, and then we'll say new level. Matter of fact, even easier, let's just call it without a function. Here, let's do this, and we don't have to have the game manager set that spawn delay. We can just let the function here do that. So let's take that out for now. Sorry about all the changes here, but let's just make our lives a little bit simpler. thought of a better way even as I was doing this with you today. So we'll say time before spawning equals the random.range. And it's only going to happen one time here, because this will just be called each time a new level is called. And again, we can do like the 5F, comma 20F, and that will make it so each level there's going to be a little unpredictability, and then we're ready to go. So all we need the game manager to do is to tell us when a new level has started, so that we can be ready to go. Now, if there's a case where for some reason we haven't destroyed the alien before the level ends, then we're going to want to make sure that we turn that alien off when we go to load the new level. So let's just also call disable here. So let's make sure he's disabled by calling disable to turn everything off, and then that way we won't have something where it stays alive past the end of the level. Okay? Alright, so again, jumped around a lot, but here's the basic idea. On the first level, when the game starts, we're just gonna, we don't need level start time anymore, let's take that out. We don't need level start time up here, let's take that out. Okay, so when the game first starts, we're going to generate a time before spawning, and then we're going to do the evoke. And as a matter of fact, now that we have that function down here for new level, let's just call new level. Make this even better. So when the game starts, we'll call new level. Because this is the new level that started, we'll just call it right here. And then we'll make sure we're disabled. We're already doing that here, so you know what? We can even just take that call to disable out here now as well. So we'll call new level. New level will disable us and set up that time before spawning and invoke the enable. Okay? So once the level is over, so over here in the game manager, when the level is over, we're going to start new level here. In new level then, it's going to generate the new asteroids, and we're going to just call that new level function in the alien script. That'll call this again, which will disable us if we're enabled, and then it will set up a new time before spawning and send us on our way. Okay? Now, one other thing I want to do here is if we run into the player, then we also want to blow ourselves up. So the player, let's go take a look at the player here, does not have a trigger collider, so that means that we're going to have to be looking for a collision with him. So we're going to want to do another thing here. We're going to do on collision, enter 2D, and we're going to need collision 2D variable. We'll call it col for collision. Alright, so if we get a collision with something, now this could be an asteroid or this can be the player. So let's actually check to see if what we collided with was the player. We can do that through the tag. So if col dot transform, so we have to get to something that has the compare tag. So the collision doesn't have the compare tag, but transform does. Then we can check for the player tag, because we know he's tagged with that tag. If that's the case, then what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and just copy these three lines down. We want to make the explosion and we want to disable our spaceship. So let's copy that and paste that down in there as well. So now if we actually collide with the player, we'll also explode. There we go. We got to grab our alien and drop him in here. Alright, let's test this out one more time. I'm going to fast forward this so you can watch it fast speed, but basically I'm going to try to clear the level and destroy the alien and see him reload on the second level. Alright, you can see the alien came back. And he can still kill me and everything, so there we go. And then again, we probably want to do one last thing, which is to, once he kills us, we should probably give him a point to go to. So one more thing here. I know we're getting a lot of things in here in our alien, but if the alien happens to hit the player and kill the player, so in our player here we're checking for a beam and we're losing a life. Let's also send a message back to our alien. Alright, let's just tell the alien that it hit us and that it should go away, basically. So what we're going to do, if the alien hits the player, we're going to go ahead and just make the alien disappear. He's done his job. We could get a little more fancy, but we're getting a lot in the script already. So let's just actually make this disable a public function so that we can call it from outside the script. And then let's have the player have a link to the alien, since there's only one of them, so that's not a big deal. So we'll go here, let's have at the top here, let's make a link to the alien. So let's call this public game object. Actually, we just need the script. Let's do public alien script. We'll just call it alien. We'll go ahead and attach that out into the inspector. And then if we get killed here, so if we get hit by a beam, let's find my on trigger enter. We're going to go ahead and lose a life. And then let's also go to alien and let's go ahead and call the disable function. Alright, it might not look that great because it's just going to disappear, but if he shoots us, we'll just have him kind of look like he warps away or something like that. We could put an effect or an animation on it too if we wanted, but for now we'll just have him go away. So now if he hits us, we'll disable him and he'll stay disabled then until the next level. That way he doesn't stick around in the level and kind of hover right over our spawn point and keep pummeling us with lasers and we can't get away from him. Alright, out here in Unity then I have to go into my spaceship. I have to then give him the link to my alien. So I'm going to grab my alien here and drop him right in there. And then let's test this out. I'm going to just sit around and wait for him to pop up into existence and to shoot me. There we go, and you can see that as soon as he shot me, he disappeared as well. I'm back now, and there we go. Alright, so I think that just kind of cleans it up a little bit better. Now, the other thing with making the alien more difficult each level, that's something else that we could do. So we could just keep track of which level we're currently on. So let's do that. Let's go up here. Let's make a public int. We'll call this level. Okay, call it current level actually. Okay, and we'll set this equal to 1 when this thing starts. Matter of fact, let's make current level equal to 0 here because we're going to call it right away and we want it to know it's level 1. So when we call new level, we'll have new level disable our guy. We'll have it say current level plus plus. So we're on a new level. Then we have our random spawning time. That can be fine. We can go ahead and invoke that. But then let's also have it set up some of the different things here for our alien. So for instance, we can say that our speed, we could just make the speed faster each time. Why don't we just set speed equal to the current level? So that our speed will be 1 the first time like I have it now. On the second level he'll move at 2, then at 3, then at 4. That might get like, that might be a little too fast of a build up, but that's something you can experiment with and play around with. We could also have his bullet speed also equal to something here. So right now I've got it set at 200. No, that's the spaceship. Let's go out here and look. Alien, he's got 250, which is kind of slow. You notice it's pretty easy to do that. So we could just take 250 as our current level. So then on the second level, his bullet speed will be twice as fast, and then 3 times as fast. It might get a little crazy. Again, this might be too fast of a ramp up. So we have speed, we have bullet speed. We also can play with his shooting delay, so he shoots more often, but I think we'll leave that alone. We won't make him shoot super fast. Let's maybe just play with speed and bullet speed. So on the first time this is called when the game starts, it'll just level as 1, so it'll just leave it the way that it is now. But when we go to a second level, it will double up. So let's just test that out here and see what happens. So I'm going to click in on the alien here, and I'm going to fast forward the speed through this as I'm playing, but we're just going to let him, I'm going to try to clear the level and kill him, and then see him go to the second level. Okay, paused it right here, so you can see that when he came back, he is shooting faster and he's moving faster. And matter of fact, if we click on him and look at his current settings in the game, he is now got a bolt speed of 500 and a speed of 2. So that did indeed work. The other thing we should probably do is multiply how many points he's worth each level as well, so that goes up as well. But that did indeed work. I wanted to show you that working. Let's go ahead and add in the point multiplier as well. So we'll also say that his points is equal to 500, which was the starting points, and then we'll just take that times current level as well. Alright, and there you go. So a lot more complicated than it looked like it was going to be to set up our alien spaceship, but we have him coming on to the game at random time intervals, and we have him getting harder every level and being worth more points every level, and that just adds in a little bit more fun to the game. I hope you all enjoyed adding the alien into the Asteroids game. It was a bit more complicated than maybe we thought it was going to be, but thanks for sticking through it and sticking with it. At the end of this video here, I will put I'll scroll through all the scripts so that you can pause and compare it to yours. And as always, if you have questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I try to get back to that as quick as I can. And I really appreciate you watching and hope you're learning a lot. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is the alien script. Start function and the update function. Fixed update. New level. Enable, disable. On trigger enter 2D. And on collision enter 2D. And then the game manager. Here's the start new level. And the spaceship control script. All the variables. Start function. Function, fixed update, score points and respawn, invulnerable, hyperspace, is life, on collision under 2D, on trigger enter 2D, game over and play again. Lots of functions in that one. And then our asteroid script, didn't change too much here, but here's our variables. Our start function, our update function, trigger enter 2D, which is quite a long function. That's most of it. Let me see if I can make this a little longer. There we go. Alright, that's all of our scripts. Thanks for watching.